Good morning. This is going to be a little bit of a story of the front wheel for my 28 International 6-speed special that you saw me putting that little gravity dump box on for the Badger show. You see a bunch of tires, wheels in here, and originally this is the International wheel. And this is the International rim and tire, and you can see the tire was junk. And I'm not going to go out and buy, of course, I'm not going to go out and buy a new tire for, I don't know, $250 or whatever, $620 for it. And I found this tire on an auction. It's a $650, but it would have worked. But the problem being is this rim is slightly bent out around, which isn't that bad. But you see, this isn't a drop center rim, and it doesn't have a removable ring. It's split here, and this has to be brought down below the level of that and then squeezed together to make it smaller. There is a tool made that hooks on in 3 points on a rim like this, and once these are pulled out of alignment, then you tighten that tool and it pulls the circumference smaller by this overlapping that. Of course, I would have to make a tool if I wanted to do that. And even at that, getting this old stiff tire on there probably wouldn't be an easy task. So I was still thinking about it, and I ran across a couple Pontiac wheels on Facebook. And I'm thinking, well, there's probably a good chance those rims are the same, that they might have been made by an outside supplier for the companies. So I went and bought those Pontiac wheels with tires on, one of which holds air, which is all I need. And of course, they are different. The original rim on the International has these flanges on it, on the inside the rim. And the rim for the Pontiac doesn't. The International wheel is slightly smaller in diameter, and on both of them, the backside here is tapered for the rim to go up against and center it. And then on the International, there's this tapered ring that goes in under the clamps to center it and clamp it tight on the outside. But on the Pontiac, this side is tapered for the rim to go against and center it, and this is just the same size as the inside the rim, and then there are clamps to hold it on. So my plan of using the Pontiac rim and tire on the International wheel didn't come to be, and I thought maybe I could make some kind of adapters, but that's easier said than done. So I thought maybe the bearings are the same, and I could put the whole Pontiac wheel on. Of course not. The Pontiac uses ball bearings. The International uses Timken bearings, tapered roller bearings. So on to the next plan. I realized that both hubs are bolted on. I originally would have thought they'd have been riveted. They must be two parts, the inside and the outside. And they both are 6 holes. They look to be about the same in diameter. We'll find out if they are or not. I thought I can take the hub out of this wheel, and put the International hub in the Pontiac spoked wheel. And if the Pontiac spoke wheel is different, I'm not going to bother. It won't bother me to modify it anyway, because I have 2 of them. I have nothing else for them to go on. They'd just be decorative for whatever reason. So if it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. No harm done. But it's starting to look, I should have just tried to mount that used tire I got, but now I'm this far, I'm going to try this solution next. I'm going to clean the grease off all the nuts so that I can get on with a socket and start to disassemble them. I'm going to start with the Pontiac wheel. So far, so good. This looks to be a I'm thinking that's supposed to catch grease if it comes out, but then it would just sling it out through these holes onto the brake drum anyway. I get a brass drift for those bolts. Well, let's just try this block of wood. It seems to be moving them back. See, they're coming out. Bolts are coming out. All the bolts came out nicely. The brake drum came off. Now, the hub might come out. Oh, it's moving. It's coming out. I have to get something else to pound on now, though. And there it is. Pontiac hub is out. Now let's see if the international hub will come out that easy. First, get the nuts off. Got the nuts off. See if the bolts will pound back. so easy, I don't think. Oh, that one's going. I'm going right to the punch. And all the bolts came out. Now let's see if the brake drum will come off. Oh yeah, it's moving. There's a lip. I don't know if that's a lip worn on the hub or if it's a lip from some seal that was pressed in there. No. I think it's a lip worn on there that I'm going to have to grind off. Let's just see once. Looks like the Pontiac hub might be the same diameter. So I have to get something to grind that lip off of there. I'm just going to try with a block of wood and see if the hub moves in the wheel. let's try it again. I made some pieces of wood like this. I made pieces of wood to set it on, so it's being supported on the spokes up closer to the hub instead of way out here, and that made all the difference. So now the hub slid easier. Now I got to get that lip. I have to get this lip ground off so it'll go through the hole. So I have that ground off enough so the brake drum came off. Now let's see if we get the hub the rest of the way out of there. It's coming, but a lot tougher than the Pontiac one did. I got it set up better. Now it's moving easier. It just doesn't want to come any farther. Well, I can get it, if anything else, I'll take it in on the press. I'm going to try pounding it back. Maybe get a little oil on the hub on the other side. Now it's all the way back. I need a little oil for the other side around it. See if it'll make it slide a little easier. Let's see if a little lube will make it move easier. Oh yeah, it's moving easier. And it's on. So this is the international hub out. This is the international wheel. This is the Pontiac wheel. Looks about the same. Let's see. Oh, it drops right in. The hole on the Pontiac wheel is a little bigger, which I am not let bother me. I could shim it, but I might cut a thin aluminum shim and put it around it. I don't know if it's worth it, because all this is ever going to do is get rolled on and off the truck. The holes even line up. So let's see if I got some aluminum. If I do have some, or some thin tin, if I do have some, I might make a shim. But all I should have to do is bolt that international hub in the Pontiac wheel, and I should be good to go. And we won't tell anyone that the Pontiac wheel has 12 spokes and the International only has 10. I wonder if anyone will ever notice the difference. The Pontiac spokes are a little smaller in diameter though. I'm going to see if I can find something to make a little shim for around there. Well, I have some aluminum flashing here. I'll cut a shim out of. I cut a shim. Let's see if that tightens it up a little. And start it in here first. So it's kind of funnel shaped. Oh, I think I'll Oh, I think that's going to be good. I got to keep the shim from coming out the other side. This wheel has a little chamfer to it. Well, maybe that'll hold the shim in place. That's in. And you see, the Pontiac brake drum will almost fit right inside the International truck brake drum. But yet, the Pontiac wheel was held with, together with Pontiac wheel was held together with coarse thread bolts, 3/8, and International has fine thread bolts. And it looks like the bolt circle in the wheel for the Pontiac is just slightly bigger. And when I mean slightly, I mean 1/64 of an inch, or 30 seconds at the most. But like I say, the Pontiac wheel, I don't care if I modify that, I'm going to just ream them out a little bit so the bolts will go through. So I got to drill and do that. I already did 2 of them. Put the bolts in. I have Pontiac wheels on a 28 International hub. Now I should just be able to mount the Pontiac tire and rim on it. Oh, no. Oh, it came off of there. It should go on. Turned so the valve stem doesn't have any pressure against the rim there. Now I gotta find my clips and clamps that go on there for holding it on. Now here the clips are, or clamps, whatever you want to call them. One of them is a little different. I might take, seeing I got two Pontiac wheels, I might take one off the other wheel. I went and got one that matches off the other Pontiac wheel, so I have 4 matching ones. So there I have it. There you have it. Pontiac wheel on the International hub. It ain't much of a tire, but it holds air, and that's all I need it for. So I should be able to go up to Baraboo, put this on the truck, and winch the truck on nicely with 4 tires that hold air. That worked out real good. I'm happy with it. I doubt anyone will ever notice that it has 2 more spokes. I don't care if they do. All I know is we'll have a wheel on it, investing the least amount of money in the least amount of time probably. Well, I did some driving for the wheels, but still cheaper than a $250 tire and trying to get it on that rim. So I think I'll leave you with that until I go up there and get it on and bring it home. Good morning. It's a couple days later now. I'm up at Baraboo. Going to put the wheel back on my 28 International so I can haul it home. We'll see how that goes. Well, we just started the D7. He's going to load it on the trailer and take it to where it's going to be kept for the winter, where he'll do some work on it. And it was raining like heck, so I didn't really video putting the wheel on. I'm going to take it back off and show it to you though, because I never saw anything like it. I didn't notice it when I took it off. It has 3 brake shoes in it. So I'll have to take that off again and do a video on how that works. So here the 28 6-speed special is ready to go home for the winter. And I'm going to get a little video of the D7 being loaded on the trailer, where that's going to go to its winter home. This is another kid with a toy. Winter home. I gotta get going, so we're gonna call this a video for today. But I say I'm gonna do a video on those drum brakes on the front of the International, how it has 3 brake shoes in it. So thanks again for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.